Hinaplanan Elementary School continues to produce graduates who are competent, responsible, self-fulfilling, and morally upright citizens despite of the new normal of education.
Kung taga-HES ka, proud ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, talented ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, happy ka. Kung taga-HES ka, bulampo ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, pambato ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, sikat ka. Kung taga-HES ka, amazing ka.
Taga-HES ka, the best ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, kugihan ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, matinuan ka. Kung HES ka, astig ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, gwapa ka. Kung taga-HES ka, winner ka. Kung taga-HES ka, bright ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, matinahurol ka.
Kung taga-HES ka, angat ka.
A pleasant afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the completion ceremony of the kindergarten completers of Hinaplanan Elementary School with a theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon Lalong Patatagin sa Gitna ng Pandemya, Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The virtual program shall now commence. In lieu of the processional, we begin with a montage of images of the school maze, colors, and our completers for school year 2020-2021, together with the faculty, staff, and DepEd officials. Ladies and gentlemen, our kindergarten completers, the General PTA officers, headed by the General PTA President, Mr. Elmer T. Morin. The Grade 1 teachers, the Grade 2 teachers, the Grade 3 teachers, the Grade 4 teachers, the Grade 5 teachers, the Grade 6 teachers, the subject teacher, and the kindergarten teacher. Our school principal, Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva. Our district supervisor, Dr. Eva B. Entusiasmo. Our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Nenfa R. Lago, CISO 6. Our schools division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, CESO 5. Our guest speaker, licensed professional teacher and Masters of Elementary Education, Giselle Madera Inerio. Let us invoke the presence of the Lord through an opening prayer. This will be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, the regional hymn, and the Misamis Oriental March.
Lord, if we could, we would fill our hands with all the wonderful things you give us. Then we'd lift them up and give them back to you. Everything I am, everything I am, everything I'll be, everything I'll be. I give it to you, Lord. I give it to you, Lord.
awit ng Pilipinas.
Diyos sa miyang Mindanao mabuhay, kay mahal na mong natawan. Mauswagon, masiglapon, malipayon, pagpalo sa katahon. Magpapiling kaning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan at kamalipayon. Isa ka lumego maan magpaibabaw, ang kahusay o kanina. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, Mindanao mong natawan. Isag-usap ang kalima, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat at katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, Mindanao mong natawan. Isag-usap ang kaliwa, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat at katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan.
The school principal, Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva, will now formally open the kindergarten completion ceremony of Hinaplanan Elementary School.
Today's school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Piña, CISO 5. The assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Nimpa R. Lago. The GPTA president and officers. The guest speaker, teachers, and to the kindergarten completers, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The kindergarten ceremony of Hinaplanan Elementary School is hereby declared in session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva. At this point, we shall now hear the message of our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, CESO 5, and the DepEd Secretary, Leonor M. Briones.
If you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you are always in the same place. Your graduation today is a milestone that marks how far you have traveled and what significant change have you made in your life. It is an important milestone as it signifies the acquisition of necessary competence, character, and credentials which allow you to confidently move to the next phase of your educational journey. I take pride in your achievement, which has become even more meaningful as the final stretch of your journey has been arduous. Each of you now exemplifies endurance and flexibility, which have long been considered as unique Filipino character. Both folkloric and historical, the Filipino is likened to a bamboo that bends with the wind and can survive a storm. More than resilience, we have strengthened our bayanihan spirit. I commend the school officials, teachers, and personnel for making everything possible, from writing and printing modules to ensuring that new modalities work for our learners. I also express my appreciation to the parents for playing unprecedented roles, especially when we transition to modular learning in the learners' learning spaces at home. Their participation to educating our children has been remarkable. I also express my gratitude to our government officials and stakeholders for providing us resources that we needed and for giving us hope and encouragement to continue doing our jobs. To our young graduates, you will be written in the history, for you emerged from unique circumstances. Step forward with pride and confidence. Pride for completing and hurdling a specific level of education, and confidence for the assurance that you have become 21st century learners who are competent, resilient, and independent. Warmest congratulations on your achievement.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family, members, you who are in the households of our learners, have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating this long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the Parent Teachers Associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug, virtually of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing. because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science, in technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
The school principal, Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva, will now present our kindergarten completers.
I have the honor to present to you the kindergarten completers of Hinaplanan Elementary School, Claveria West District for school year 2020-21, to whom 38 are male, 30 are female, a total of 68 kindergarten, who have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum of the Department of Education. May I therefore request you to confirm their graduation.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by our school's division superintendent,
Dr. Jonathan S. De La Piña, CESO 5, and with the presentation of the school head or principal that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements prescribed in the K-12 curriculum of the Department of Education, I hereby confirm your completion for the kindergarten level in school year 2020-2021. Congratulations and mabuhay! The distribution of certificates of completion shall now follow. Ladies and gentlemen, the kindergarten completers of Hinaplanan Elementary School. Abonitalia Jeff R. Andol Alexander Clifford A. Baculio Zane Clark L. Bancacolo Earl Nino O. Kanke Kyle. Dagala Darrell M. Dagala Ayan L. Dalapo Andrew B. Dato Ariel Dave P. De la Cruz Matt Jacob S. Diaz Ramjan A. Imnase Ronald Jr. L. Igaran Kent Edward Jim M. Jimenez Romel E. Lanta John Allen S. Laurito Ray Lawrence B. Mantikahon Warren T. Uhay Gino E. Akatang Curvy C. Pagaran Jason J. Jr. A. Paradero Luke Leandre. Ramos Mateo Lay P. Robledo Terence Drew C. Sabunod Adrian M. Samong Matt Dylan T. Sawitan Neil Zachary N. Sutis Ervic John E. Sumanda Kurt Justin M. Sumilia Kian Cyrus B. Tagod Tereso III D. Waldon Carl Dave A. Waldon Mark Kevin J. Waldon Nelson A. Valyesera Chris J. M. Versosa Aaron L. Zabaliero Petri Jude Leandro J. Zambas Mark Lawrence B. Zamora Yuzam U. Advencula Rian Joy. Alcantara Rosalind May T. Atinda Nika T. Balaba Maria Angelica Rosdell P. Bantacolo Crestel Lorraine. Barase Kendra Chloe J. Bosgano Princess Lorraine V. Cabaluna Juan C. Kabanday Divine Grace C. Kanoy Marian T. Karawi Althea Kate Z. Casinio Ella S. Corpus Kate Lian May P. Nagala Eileen L. Dalapo Julianne B. Idorot Kaylay Canopy S. Gadot Heart Jane E. Jimenez Ferlin Jean E. Honey Macklin Jane E. Kepti Saya Mara M. Lanta Andrea L. Lanta Erica May J. Makiling Ezra D. Maureen Daisy Jane O. Paduganan Elaine Joy D. Pagon-Pagon Ana Bea L. Palasan Jane L'Oreal D. Semeni Chelsea Kim N. Valdon Marlin D. Zambas Jasmine Grace S. In behalf of the kindergarten completers, Kent Edward Jim M. Igaran, Terence Drew C. Robledo, and Kayley Canopy Idurot will now give their messages of gratitude.
To our school principal, Dr. Jimalin Villanueva, their dear teachers, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today is our very special day, our completion day. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, we're able to pursue our studies and reach our dreams. Special thanks to our parents for their love and sacrifices. To teacher La Arnie Lamba for her kindness and support. And to my alma mater, Hinaplanan Elementary School, for providing us excellent education and most importantly, our God Almighty, for giving me knowledge and wisdom and keeping us safe and amidst the pandemic. To my fellow completers, let's continue to soar high and fight for our dreams. I hope we have a memorable, challenging, and wonderful school year ahead. Thank you and God bless us all. Thank you for bringing me back. For naging Principal Principal, Dr. Jimalin Villanueva, teachers, parents, classmates, friends, good afternoon. Today, first big milestone in our young lives. We deserve to celebrate and proud ourselves. Because unable to finish this school year in victory. To all classmates, congratulations, all in class. Thank you.
Thank you, Kent Edward Jim M. Igaran, Terence Drew C. Robledo, and Kayley Canopy Iduro. This time, the school principal, Dr. Jimalin P. Villanueva, shall introduce our guest speaker.
Our guest speaker for today's graduation is a lovely, beautiful, intelligent, and a newlywed woman, a second daughter of our co-teacher in Hinaplanan Elementary School, born on the 23rd of May, 1992. She is a consistent honor pupil from elementary to secondary and graduated her college with academic distinction and an honor student. She is a master degree holder on Master of Arts of Elementary Education. Our guest speaker is not only gifted with wisdom and knowledge, but also with beauty. She is a former Miss Hinaplanan, Miss Claveria 2011, and she presented also our town for Misamis Oriental Beauty Pageant She loves traveling with friends. A very active and outstanding teacher and school performance. An alumni of this school. She is a teacher 3 in position. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker is no other than our teacher in Hinaplanan Elementary School, Giselle Martinez Madera Inerio.
I am humbled and honored to be here with you all today. It was a great privilege to be chosen as your guest speaker for these commencement exercises. Let me start to express my deepest gratitude to our dear Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Misamis Oriental, Dr. Jonathan S. de la Peña, and to the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nympha R. Lago, and to our newly appointed District in Charge in Claveria West District, Dr. Eva B. Entusiasmo, and to our ever-dynamic school principal of Hinaplanan Elementary School, Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva, co-teachers, proud parents, pupils, graduating class of school year 2020-2021, friends, and everyone who is listening right now via live streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to one and all. As I stand here before you, I could always remember being in your shoes 17 years ago. I was once a student of Hinaplanan Elementary School. And who would have thought that my former teachers would probably become my colleagues? And I believe that seeing me become successful in the career that I chose to take, to become a licensed professional teacher, and working with them right now is also their success. That one little girl, the pupil nga gamay pa kaayo sa una, will become their co-teacher. And because of that, I owe them a lot. I would like to mention my elementary teachers, who most of them are my present colleagues. Kauban na gid nako sa trabaho. I want to reminisce my memories and grab this very opportunity to give tribute to each of them, to thank them, and to dedicate my success to them, for they are those first few people who mentored me and journeyed with me as I finished my primary level. Without them, I could not be who I am right now. They played a very important role in the foundation of my education. I know, kaila kaayo mo ninyo ani nila nga maestro ug maestra sa Hinaplanan Elementary School. Maybe they are also the teachers of your ates and kuyas. First, let me start with my grade 1 teacher. That time, single pa siya. She is Miss Marilo S. Bacolio. But now, she is already married with Daddy Alex. Siya na si Mrs. Marilo B. Dichos. Hello, Mamerms! Thank you for being my first teacher in elementary. You taught me how to read and write as grade 1 pupil. You are so dear to me, and you are very approachable, good listener, and a very genuine person with a pure heart. Next is my grade 2 teacher, none other than Mrs. Priscelia M. Madera, my mother. Again, who would have thought that I could work at the same school where my mom used to teach? I can clearly remember sa una, maglaag-laag ra ko sa iyang classroom, magsulat-sulat sa iyang chalkboard, mag-awat-awat or imitate what she does in front of the class. Teacher-teacheran, gusto po mo awat sa iya, o bisan pa siya akong mama. But I could always remember nga siya akong grade 2 teacher. Madisiplina gid ka, walay pabor-pabor, dili ka magsalig kay imo siyang mama. kay makasab-an gyud ka labi na kung magpabadlong ka. Next, my grade 3 teacher, Mrs. Adela M. Sahulan. Ako gyapon siyang kauban karon. She is the maning ng lahat. She is very kind-hearted person, and she taught me how to read and write. Apil po sa grade 1 o grade 2. Kay sa grade 3, si Mrs. Sahulan gyud akong maestra. And I will proceed to my former grade 4 teacher, Mrs. Ana Fe T. Plaza. But she's no longer assigned here. She was assigned to Rizal Elementary School as of the moment. But I would like to express my deepest thanks to Ma'am Ape. I am so thankful to her. And now she is my ninang sa kasal. And also, my former grade 5 teacher, Mrs. Esther P. Cutas. Kauban gyapon ako siya karon. One of those people I looked up to. I admire her ways of sharing her knowledge to us. And I could always remember, and also my classmates, nga kikay and fashionista gyud si Ma'am Esther sa una pa lang. She loves it when she pairs the color of her uniform where the bag and shoes, whatever she wears, dapat ga complement ang color. And I could not forget, and even pag-abot nako sa college, pagpangutanon ko, what is photosynthesis? Ma-remember gid nako ang gitudlo ni Ma'am Esther. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their own food with the help of sunlight. Always gyud na nako ga kadumduman. And kinsay dili ka relate? Mga nahandulan ni Ma'am Esther, di ba? And of course, before I graduated in this school, my advisor was the one and only maestro, Mr. Richilio L. Ranis, where I mostly learned about mathematical solutions. Sa una pa lang, maayo na gid na si Sir Ranis sa math. And I would also like to mention my subject teachers that time, Mrs. Avelina Odang, who already retired, and Mrs. Yoli L. Obgeya, our HE teacher, who is my EPP teacher that time, and Mrs. Michelle L. Llanes, my Araling Panlipunan teacher. Ma'am, sir, I will grab this opportunity to thank you all. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge to me and being my source of support system as I journey towards finishing my elementary years. Dako kaayo kog pasalamat sa akong mga nangahimong maestra sulod sa unong katuig nako sa Hinaplanan Elementary School. Paghuman nako sa elementary, mulag wala raman sa akong buot nga mag-high school. But sa high school, medyo natudluan ko nga mahimong independent. Because in my first year in high school, naka-eskwela ko sa Cagayan, sa Pilgrim Christian College, and I was away from my family. Pagka second year to fourth year, my parents decided nga ipabalhin ako sa Muscat. So mauto, pag-proceed na ako sa college, dito nako sa Lourdes College sa Cagayan. Dili sayon mag-eskwela sa college mga bata. Always nako gahuna-hunaon nga lisod kaayo ang pagpaningkamot sa akong mga ginikanan. And I have to behave and know my limits. Because dili 24 hours nagtanaw akong ginikanan sa tanan akong gabuhaton. And I have my goal, which is to finish my studies. Ako gyud gipaningkamutan kay kini gihatag sa ako nga pabor sa akong ginikanan. Bisag mahal ang tuition, they supported me. Ug dili nako wadon ang ilang pagsalig sa ako. Dili pasad uso sa una nga naagyoy Android phones nga magamit sa pag-video call. Pero bisan palayo sa ako ang akong mga ginikanan, naningkamot ko nga makahuman. Because I want to let my parents see me graduate and be proud. Agod ako kaayo akong pasalamat sa akong ginikanan. Hilabi na gyud sa akong mama Priscilla nga grabe gyud ang sakripisyo. Ug akong papa kay akong mga igsuon ug ako naka-eskwela gid mi sa tarong nga eskwelahan. They tried to provide us with our allowance and whatever we needed para sa among pagskwela. Very supportive ang among ginikanan. Dili mi dato, pero because they tried their best to provide for us, we are so grateful that they are our parents. Wala pud mi pasagdi sa among ginikanan bisan unsa kalisod ang panahon. Agod mga bata, ako lang maingon sa inyo. Bisayaon gyud nako para masabtan. Dili babag ang kawadon para mahumanta og eskwela. Dili sad ta magpadala sa kalisod sa panahon nga mawad-an na lang tag paglaom, hilabi na gayud karon nga nasinati nato ang COVID-19 pandemic. Daghan sa atong mga ginikanan nga nawad-an sa panginabuhian. Pero mga bata, mintras makaya pa sa inyong mga ginikanan nga mosuporta sa inyo sa pagskwela, please don't lose hope. Tanan sakripisyo sa inyong ginikanan, tan-awa gyud ninyo because tungod ana ma-inspire mo nga magpadayon. Para puhon, usab, mahimong magmalampuson ug bisan unsa pa na nga propesyon ang gusto ninyo kuhaon. Mga bata, sa panahon sa new normal education, hibalo gayud ako nga kung aduna lang gyud tay choice, mas gusto gyud nato ang face-to-face education. Di ba? Apan, tungod sa pagtaas sa kaso sa COVID-19, wala lang sa kini nahigayon. Apan para kita makapadayon sa atong pag-eskwela, mga kabataan, adunay programa ang DepEd nga modular learning modality kung asa ga-answer ang mga bata sa modules ug kini kuhaon ug ihatod sa mga ginikanan. Agud ako, gusto nako ipaabot ang akong dakong pasalamat sa mga ginikanan nga wala gayud dawad-an sa paglaom. Nisuporta og nitimbayayong sa modular learning. Ako isip usa ka magtutudlo, dako kaayo akong pagpasalamat sa mga ginikanan. Agud mga bata, niining bahina. I will allow you, please palihog ko, gaksa, hug and kiss your parents. Thank them, for they are the reason nga nahuman kamo karon sa inyong pag-eskwela. Nagtambayayong sila sa tanan kalihukan sa atong eskwelahan. Bisan pa sa pahina, walay puas nga suporta. Bisan gapangita pa og panginabuhian, wala gyud ni absent sa pagpahina. Sa inyo mga bata, kabalo ko nga sa inyong paghuman sa elementary, ang uban gakawad-an og paglaom nga maka-proceed sa high school. Pero ako lang maingon mga bata, ikaw ra gyud ang nagdala sa imong kaugmaon. Ikaw ra gyud ang makatabang para sa imong pamilya. Bisan wala pa'y face to face, magahinaot ko nga kamo magpadayon sa pagpa-enroll, sa pag-eskwela ug mag-answer sa modules. Dili muundang ug dili palihog lang, dili sa magsayo og minyo. Pwede ba na mga bata? Kay dili angay kana para sa ako. Kana angay sa inyong kaugmaon. Kay ang mga bata nga nagdumdum sa iyang kaugmaon, taas ang kapaingnan. Please don't just stop there. Whatever life may bring, just continue to pursue and chase your dreams. Before ko mag-end sa akong message, adunay saying nga kanunay nako ginabutang sa akong hunahuna. Don't be afraid, just have faith. Ayaw kahadlok sa mga problema nga moabot sa inyong pamilya. Ang imo lang buhaton, magampo ug magsalig ka sa Ginoo nga tanan kana lang pagsuway. Imo kanang malampasan kay ikaw nagatuo nga kaya nimo ug wala kaniya pasagdi. Agod mga bata, as I stand here before you today, I challenge you as you take this next step in life, whether it will be stepping into secondary school o puhon as you continue your college education. Just love what you do. Use the education that you have received and make something of it. Follow your heart and add value to your community, your country, and this world. Thank you very much for listening. Congratulations, Batch 2020-2021, and good day, everyone.
Thank you very much, Teacher Giselle Madera Inerio. We shall now virtually award the plaque of appreciation to our guest speaker with the citation, Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 10, Division of Misamis Oriental, Claveria West District, Hinaplanan Elementary School. This plaque of appreciation is awarded to Giselle Madera Inerio in grateful acknowledgement of her distinguished and invaluable services rendered as guest of honor and speaker during the 6th Moving Up ceremony of Hinaplanan Elementary School, thereby contributing immeasurably to the prestige and success of the occasion. Given this 15th day of July 2021 at Hinaplanan Elementary School, Hinaplanan, Claveria, Misamis Oriental. Signed, Gemaline P. Villanueva, PhD, School Principal 2. Mr. Elmer T. Muring, the General PTA President, will now formally close the ceremony.
With all respect, our beloved Principal, Honorable Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva, our guest, and our living hero teachers, and to all graduates and academic honor pupils, parents, good day. Being a General PTA President, and to all my officials, would like to close the 71st commencement ceremony through virtual. I would like to thank also our beloved Principal, Honorable Dr. Gemaline P. Villanueva, and our living hero teachers, parents who fully support their children even this pandemic. Without this ceremony will not be succeed. Through all efforts and fully support, the ceremony are truly be done successfully. To all graduates, congratulations, mabuhay, stay safe, may the Lord be with you always and forever. Thank you.
That concludes the virtual completion ceremony of the kindergarten completers of Hinaplanan Elementary School. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. Congratulations, parents, teachers, and staff. Congratulations, kindergarten completers. Mabuhay ang DepEd! This is Esther P. Cutas, Teacher 3 of Hinaplanan Elementary School. Thank you for joining us.